Hello everyone, it's me, FlyLady Kat, and today we're going to talk about how to get your house started when it doesn't look like you can even imagine that it will ever be done. And we're going to start it with a quote that's the title of this video, which is, "You don't have to see the top of the staircase to take the first step." That is a quote from one of my favorite people in history, Martin Luther King, and he is right. So let's apply that to your home. So when your home is a big giant mess, it's overwhelming, you're suffering, you're suffocating, you're under pressure, you can't even think to take the first step. It's like, I give up. We can't give up. We have to take the first step. So the first step for you, if you're brand new watching this video, is to watch how to do the FlyLady system for newbies. It is my 101 video for you. You'll need to take notes, so you'll need paper and pencil, and you'll need to stop the video from time to time. So it might take you 45 minutes or an hour to go through it, but I want you to really understand it so that we can go forward together and you can understand what I'm talking about in my videos. So what we're going to do is start with that. Then you're going to begin doing your routines, and then following the routines you're going to learn about and how to do your basic weekly plan. And after you've gotten that together, you're going to sandwich in your zones. And by following those steps, including clutter checks 3 times a day, you are not only going to make advances in your home, but because of the way we do it, which makes you feel a little uncomfortable, it's only 15 minutes at a time in those zones, decluttering, and then you have to stop. Because we do that, we do clutter checks to hold everything at bay, so it'll stay where it is. And it is a discipline to teach you how to take this in little bits and stop overdoing, okay? So I know you can't overdo when you're overwhelmed, but I want you to do something. Take the first step. So if you're brand new, go ahead and clean your sink. That's a good thing to do. Get the dishes put away. Wash the dishes. Put them away, put them in the dishwasher, and then clean your sink. However you want to do it, just clean it really well. Scrub it out, make it look shiny and pretty, and really focus on not having dishes pile up in there. That's step one. Doing your routines is very important because self-care, when you're doing this, and always, is so, so important for you. So getting to bed on time is important, and that's one of your steps. Waking up on time is important, a big step for you. Planning your menu, knowing what you're going to serve, buying your groceries, these things are all parts of the system that we're talking about. We're also talking about going through your clutter and getting rid of clutter and the emotional part of that. Because a lot of us have problems. We think that our friends who are and our family and anyone else who has left us anything, it's like that person is tied up in that thing, when really that thing is just a thing, and they make that thing every day. Your friend or your relative who is deceased is not in that thing. They may have used that thing. They may not have even liked that thing when you find it, but you've got it now and you don't want to get rid of it. It's an emotional thing, so we have to learn how to step around that or step over that and get rid of things that are really not essential in our life. If it is something that is essential to you, like it is a beautiful teapot that your great-grandmother had and you want to keep that, of course. If you display it or if you use it, probably won't use it if it's really old, but you display it, then of course. And you don't have to display it all the time. Maybe you just put it out once a year. But you can keep those things. But if it's something that's stuck in a cabinet or in a box for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years, you don't even know you have it. You just know there's something in there that you need to go through. That's pressure. That's oppression. We don't want that. So in this case, your first step would be to go through the box and declutter it. So in most cases, our first step, even though we can't see the top of the stairs, our first step is our self-care, our routines, and then our zone where we're actually decluttering. So today I want you to think about that, and I want you to really listen to the video. There are other videos for you as well, so when you hear me in our lives, talking to you about what to do this week. If you're an at-home homemaker, I'm going to tell you what to do every day of the week. On Saturday, that's on Monday at 9 a.m. On Saturday at 10 a.m. And this is current as of 2020, November. It could change, but for right now, on Saturdays at 10 a.m., that's when I talk to our payroll homemakers and tell them what they're going to do all week and on the weekend to get through our system. And when you hear me talk about things like morning routine, after dinner routine, laundry routine, paper routine, clutter checks, the zones, the basic weekly plan, the items of those basic weekly plans, like planning and desk day, errand day, renew your spirit day, family fun day, free day, weekly home blessing hour, car and purse day, all those things. There are videos on those in the playlist. So go look. I have a lot of them that I made inspired by Nikki. Her channel is beautiful, and she is very artistic and has done her interpretation of what a lot of those things mean. So you can go watch them from the playlist, and it'll go straight from me talking about it and giving you details, and then you'll see a video of Nikki's interpretation of that. And that's her personal interpretation. Your home and your circumstances will be different. So your interpretation will be different, and that's perfectly okay. The main thing is that I want you to know that it's not an unknown thing. It's not like I don't realize how bad it is, that you really are frozen sometimes, and that you really need to stretch out and take that first step. And that's not just in home care, that's in everything. That's why Martin Luther King said it when he's talking about civil care, basically. So we're talking about our home care right now. So the first thing is to take the first step. Okay? All right. Now, when you get your planner out in the morning, that's your first step. That's your very first step of the day, is to get your planner out and open it to today and see what you wrote down. If you haven't written anything down, then planning is very important for you, and you need to watch my video on that, how to plan and plan out your week. When you turn to today, it's going to say something. So I'm going to pretend that you're an at-home homemaker and that it's Tuesday and that you've opened this up and that we're in zone 1. So when you open it up, it's going to say, and maybe you're not writing it out, maybe you just have a little key that you're using that means these things, but basically it's going to say that you're going to do your morning routine. So that's the first thing you're going to do. It takes about 30 minutes for you. You might have that you have to do children's morning routine and laundry and paper. Those are your steps this morning. They don't take long. Morning routine, 30 minutes. Children's morning routine, 30 minutes. Breakfast and cleanup is not even mentioned in there, but that's going to happen, and you're going to clean it up right away. And then you've got clutter check. That's a 5-minute look around in your house and maybe a few things that need to be put away. Maybe toy check if you have little tiny kids who are dumping toys on the floor 4 times a day. And then you're going to go right into the zone. That's the next thing, zone 1, which is your entryway. So let's say that you're just going to make sure your front door looks good because it's really kind of dirty, you noticed. So you're just going to wash your front door today. Wash the handle, wash the front door, the doorknob rather, and maybe shake the mat. That takes you 15 minutes. You're done. That's what you're going to do. Next, today is, oh, actually, no. Today is Tuesday. It's free day. You don't have to do anything in the front. So let's say it's not free day. Let's say it's Wednesday. I'm sorry. It's Wednesday. It's not free day. So you've done that. And then you have your weekly home, you've got your planning and desk day set up for this afternoon. And that's what you're going to do in the quiet time when the children are napping. And so you're going to enjoy the children, or maybe you have to teach your children, or maybe your children are homeschooling, or distance learning rather. You're not homeschooling, you're distance learning, or maybe your kids are at school. Whatever reason, you're going to find a spot when it's quieter, and you're going to do your planning and desk day. That's about a 2-hour thing, so you might have to split it up during the day, but that's what your planner says you have to do. And then for dinner, you're having baked chicken, baked potatoes, and broccoli. And so you know what you're doing. And then you've got your after dinner routine in there and your before bed routine for yourself and your children. So you've looked at it, you know what the day holds, And you know, if your friend calls and says, can I come over with the kids? I need to see you guys. I haven't seen you in a while, and I know we're okay for COVID. So can we come over because I'm bored and lonely? And you have to say, I'm sorry, I've got a really big day today. Can we do it tomorrow, or can we do it on Friday when I have some time? Because you have to look at your planner and plan your day. That's your first step. That's your real first step. And then the next step is to actually step out and do it. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope I didn't confuse you when I mixed your days up a little bit, but that's okay. You get what I'm saying. I want you to study this video, listen to what I say, watch the videos that I've talked about if you don't know what I'm talking about, and come on and take the first step, because one day you will see the top of the stairs, and one day, in fact, you'll be at the top of the stairs. So that's it for today. Have a wonderful day, and always remember that you are beautiful.